Somewhere deep inside the Gakigahara forest, Katahara approaches someone and is pleased to see them in good health. Panning out, we see numerous trees destroyed around the area, all caused by Wakatsuki. Observing the scene, Katahara assumes his training must be going well. Wakatsuki greets Katahara and asks if he needs help. Katahara declines, saying he just wanted to check in. Then he guesses Wakatsuki must be eager for some man-to-man combat, so he brought a playmate along. Katahara then offers Wakatsuki to have a match with his fourth fawn, to which Wakatsuki thanks him, as he admits that he has been eager to fight a human for a change. As they prepare, Katahara asks Yoshoka if he's noticed that Omori has grown. Yoshoka confirms, revealing that Amorei has devoted more time to training since the attack. He also guesses Wakatsuki is doing the same, as both fighters take their stances. Amorei watches intently, while Wakatsuki clenches his fist, waiting for Amorei to make a move. Amorei kicks off the spar with a kick, which Wakatsuki blocks. Amorei follows with 3 strikes, but Wakatsuki's guard holds strong. Yoshoka is surprised Wakatsuki withstood those 3 blows, noting they'd lay out the average fighter. Amorei then throws another kick, but as soon as the strike lands, Wakatsuki shoves Amorei, causing him to stagger. Wakatsuki then throws a heavy punch, but Amorei manages to block it. Wakatsuki strikes again, hitting Amorei with powerful strikes that causes bruises to appear on his forearm and elbow. Wakatsuki then follows up with another strike, pushing Amorei back even further, but suddenly Amorei throws a fast roundhouse kick, showing that he's not backing down just yet. Yoshoka is shocked to see Amorei go toe-to-toe with Wakatsuki and his Superman syndrome. If his memory serves, Wakatsuki's muscles are 50 times denser than a normal human's, giving him several times the strength and striking power of a heavyweight, even by a lower estimate. Only Julius Reinhold can match Wakatsuki in raw power. Katahara adds that Amorei can't take that much raw power head-on, so he's strategizing. Amorei sometimes sidesteps and redirects attacks, making sure to take every blow from an angle where Wakatsuki can't use his full monstrous strength. Katahara also points out that Amorei has the upper hand in technique. Amorei lands a quick jab on Wakatsuki, catching him by surprise. Then he follows up with his Fong-style wrecking palm, launching numerous palm strikes. Katahara explains Amorei has mastered 9 classical Japanese martial arts, 5 Chinese martial arts, and 7 modern martial arts, combining them into a unique style called Fong style. Katahara also adds that Amorei doesn't cherry-pick like Yumegahama, and describes him as a weapon in human form. Amorei strikes again, but Wakatsuki continues to hold up his guard. Suddenly, Amorei plants his fist on Wakatsuki's arm, shoving it, and unleashes his 1-inch punch technique, which knocks back Wakatsuki. Yoshoka is amazed by the power of Amorei's punch, especially since it managed to knock back a 190-kilogram Wakatsuki. He can't believe Wakatsuki is getting beaten so one-sidedly. Wakatsuki tells Amorei he's impressed by his power. He admits that if he had joined the Kengan matches while Amorei was still active, he might have another loss on his record. Suddenly, Amorei's shoulder swells, confusing him. Wakatsuki finishes his earlier statement, adding that it's a good thing that he's fighting Amorei today, because he's the strongest he's ever been. Blast Core, a technique where the user constricts their muscles to the utmost limit, then lets them explode. This is Wakatsuki's most powerful move, one he chose to seal away forever. The old wound in his right ankle, sustained from his fight with Kano, has been strained past its limit. His instincts tell him there will be no next time, so he decides to seek new horizons. The scene shifts to Wakatsuki standing by a tree riddled with holes. The narrator explains that Blast Core is essentially a form of muscle control. But someone else pursued an even more precise form, Wakatsuki's greatest rival, Julius Reinhold. Julius mastered minute control over every muscle fiber in his body, as if each were connected to nerves individually. This allowed him to unleash his finishing move, Gottoder Steinbohrer. Wakatsuki could never achieve such precise full-body control, but partial control was a different story. Wakatsuki uses his special technique on Amorei's other shoulder. Amorei wonders if that's really a punch. How can it be so heavy and fast that he can't even see it coming? Wakatsuki keeps up the pressure, as Amorei tries to stop him from getting closer by throwing a quick jab. In that split second, Wakatsuki throws a super-fast punch, striking Amorei in the face before his jab could land, causing him to stagger and fall on one knee. Watching closely, Omori realizes Wakatsuki is actually throwing jabs, which Wakatsuki confirms. Yashoka notices too and begins to understand how Wakatsuki is doing this. He explains that Blast Core is a strike where all muscles move in tandem, and while powerful, it's limited to a single shot. But what if the muscle contraction and release were limited to just the arm? Katahara chimes in, noting that by switching to jabs, Wakatsuki can chain strikes together. For an ordinary person even with muscle control, these would be imperfect strikes, but in Wakatsuki's hands, with his Superman syndrome, they become lethal finishers. Omori tells himself to keep his eyes open, since Wakatsuki's punches are basically straight strikes, so he should be able to see them coming. Wakatsuki then unleashes a flurry of blows onto Omori, who struggles to withstand them all. What these punches lack in power compared to the Blast Core, they make up for speed, creating a new technique to replace the Blast Core, called Phantom Fist Mirage. Wakatsuki apologizes to Omori, telling him that this is as fast as he can go. Suddenly Katahara claps his hands, and tells Omori that he has seen enough, and praises him for his good work. Yashoka is once again amazed that Wakatsuki put the ex-Fang of Matsudo on the ropes, and is in disbelief that he has become this powerful. Katahara apologizes to Wakatsuki for putting him to the test, but Wakatsuki assumes that the showdown must be near, to which Katahara confirms and adds that the stage is very special to them all, as the final battle with the connector will be on Ganryu Island. What do you think about Wakatsuki's newfound power, and how strong do you think it will make him? Honestly, I thought he could have achieved the level of muscle control that Julius has, given his increased muscle density caused by Superman syndrome. Despite that, his new variation of Blast Core, Phantom Fist, is very strong. Him being able to dish out heavy blows like that so quickly will definitely come in handy in his future fights and could cause trouble for fighters who utilize redirection techniques. That's all I have to say for today. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Until then, I'll see you soon.